Welcome, everybody, to the More Listings Mastermind. I'm your host, Robert Weichelt. I'm a certified success coach. And the reason why I tell you that is because it's some really good stuff we learn in terms of helping agents grow their business. And that's really what the whole premise of this mastermind is. We meet every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. So save the date every Wednesday, put it on your calendar. You can join us live via Zoom at morenowlistings.com. That's morenowlistings.com. So let's go ahead and get started with the presentation. Thanks again for everybody for jumping on. I see a lot of really great folks here. I appreciate you being here. I always like to start off with this quote. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I may remember. Involve me and I learn. So get out your notepads. If you want to go old school like I do, get your notepads out. Write some good notes, take some screenshots, but we're going to hopefully the goal is to drop in some really good nuggets for you guys to use in your business. And it's all about getting more listings. More listings get you more listings, opportunities, get you more buyers, get you more investors, and it also helps you grow your organization, should that be what you're looking for. I personally am traveling the country. My wife and I have been traveling the United States in our RV since October of 23. A lot of people say, well, did you retire? I said, no, I'm taking listings a very smart, efficient, effective way. I'm going to hopefully share that with you today. So here we go. Let's get started. I'm the host of the More Listings Mastermind podcast. Since 1986, I've had the privilege of helping thousands of sellers and countless agents achieve success in every type of market. I call it the ups and downs and all arounds. I've seen a lot of markets have come and gone. We've got a really robust market we're in right now. We're going to do some transition into some default space markets. So we're going to touch a little bit on that today. As a broker, trainer, mentor, my mission is very simple. I want to empower others to grow, win, and lead with purpose. If you want more listings, I encourage you to reach out to me. Let's take a look under your hood. Let's find out what's going on. Use that QR code for a simple no obligation consultation. Let's just take a look to see what's going on in your business. For instance, I would hope that everybody on this call is looking for now listings. Now listings are the FSBO, the expired, the pre-foreclosure folks. Do you have the strategies in which you can reach out to them? Future business, if you're working with the notice of default, notice of trust deed market, you're certainly going to have an opportunity as it presents itself in the REO and distressed property market. But do you have the solutions for those folks? So the big thing we need to ask is, do you want now listings? I encourage you to reach out. We help agents just like you with lead generation, listing mastery, agent development, building scalable systems for real estate growth, and much more. So I want to bring my real world strategies to you, share what we're doing, share what our coaches are doing. And I'm really excited. I pulled up some information today when I was looking through. I always like to look at the real estate news of what's going on and helping agents. We all get those emails, try this, try that. I'm very, very simple with my approach. FSBOs and expireds are the number one target audience for me because FSBOs have their hands up. They want to sell. Expireds just got out of a 6-month relationship. And oftentimes, if they still want to sell, this is an interesting stat that I want to share with you. 78% of sellers list with the first agent who calls. Let me repeat that. 78% of sellers list with the first agent who calls. So if you just reach out to the expireds, you have a much better chance than anyone else that's not. So my point is, we need to understand why we approach the FSBO. They have their hands up. Why we approach the expireds. Those folks have usually been let down, their expectations not met, usually because of price. Most expireds are because of price. So pay attention to that. I also have an 8-point FSBO strategy. I just saw this today and I love it. I'm going to share with you. Number one, stay consistently in touch. Stay on track. Stay in touch with these folks because they've already shown that they wanted to sell. They just may not want to sell just yet with an agent. Take detailed notes. You need to really listen to the motivation and the opportunities of the seller. Validate their decision. It's a bad idea to tell the for sale by owner, oh, you can't sell your home on your own. You need a professional like me. No, it's a great idea. They want to sell their own home. We are here just to help with those efforts. Ask strategic questions. I want to save money. Your response should be, what does saving money look like? So these are some of the things we need to do. You need to avoid the hard sell. Now, I come across as a short and to the point kind of guy. So some people take me like, wow, this guy just takes no prisoners. But avoid the hard sell. You want to pace yourself. Don't want to seem overeager. And you want to build value early. Help with the paperwork. Help with maybe curb appeal and give them advice on how they can best help sell their home. And then again, let them talk. I find that I get super excited when I get on a listing appointment. I do all of my listings via Zoom. And I find that we all do. We get excited and we want to just tell them everything that we can do for them. My mom told me this a long time ago. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Use them accordingly. Let the seller do 70% of the talking. Let them, so that's where you're really going to find out everything you need. So I wrote these down and I'll certainly share those with the attendees as well. Now, you might want to take a picture of this because this is key. 5 habits that will help you grow your real estate business today. Number 1, lead generation. No exceptions. Block out 90 minutes every day for focused prospecting, no interruptions, focused prospecting. Number 2, track and measure your numbers. What gets measured gets improved. Track and measure your numbers. That is how you're going to find out where you need help. Number 3, set appointments daily. A day without a seller or buyer appointment should be a red flag in your business. Number 4, follow up like a pro. Most agents don't get the listings. Most agents will go to, like, say, Zillow and check on a listing that they've been working on and see that it's listed with another agent because their follow-up is lacking. We need to make sure that our conversations are being converted into listings. And number 4, you need to sharpen your skills. I hope that you tune in every week, every Wednesday, to sharpen your skills. We go role play, we go over scripts, we go over agent content. We share lots of great things for you. And I want to share this quote. I love this. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. What is that going to be? Write it down and let's talk about it at the end of this. Now, when I said efficient and effective, traveling the country in our RV, how are we going to take listings when we're not in our market? And like I said, a lot of people think, oh, would you retire? No, I'm just found a more efficient and effective way to do my real estate. There's a picture of me, Carla, put this together. You can take listings from anywhere. Yes, even the beach. I took 4 listings from the beach in Cabo. The only thing you don't see is the Corona that's on the other side of that laptop. My point is, do you have an efficient and effective business? How many times have we gone out on vacation or getting ready to go on vacation? All of a sudden the phone's ringing off the hook. You got buyers and sellers and everything's happening. When we go to Hawaii, I take listings right from the beach in Hawaii. So my point is, find an efficient and effective way, at least initially, to work with those sellers, work with those buyers, and work with those investors. Cool? So are you driving massive traffic to your open houses? This particular one of our partners, she had 884 people to the open house. We have another one of our partners that had over 1,200. We average anywhere between 300 and 500, depending on the property. We had an open house just last weekend or the week before. It was 100 degrees. We only had 38 guest groups through the doors. But when we reached out to the other agents holding open houses in the same development, they told us they had 0 traffic. So what are you doing to drive massive traffic? What tools do you have in your tool belt? For example, you want to reach out to FSBOs, expireds, pre-foreclosure. I use My Plus Leads. Now there's RedX, there's Land Voice, there's Vulcan, there's lots of different ones. I use My Plus Leads because it's very simple, gets me right to what I need. FSBOs, those are owners that, like I said, they have their hand up. Expireds, they still want to sell. And the pre-foreclosures, most of them, when you reach out to them, want to keep their home, but most cannot. Are you working with them? Do you have a cash offer solution? Of all the sellers that are out there, 89% of them don't go with a cash offer, but 11% do. Do you have a cash offer solution for that 11%? Do you have a way to transition them to a better way to sell a home by using an online offer system? It's awesome. Our 14-day home offers platform is transparent, has competitive building, and it gives the seller the best chance guaranteed to arrive at that highest and best price. So if you want more information about that, certainly reach out to me. We can certainly go over that as well. Now, at the end of this, when we're done with our special guest, we're going to have a VIP accountability session, non-recorded, so you can share your goals and actuals, tracking and measuring your numbers. So we'll go over that after. So I encourage you to stick around if you want to talk about goals and actuals. Whether you're keeping your numbers on a CRM or you're keeping them on a napkin, you need to track and measure your numbers. It's super important. Now, I'm a big fan of celebrating my successes. Big or small, I celebrate them all. We need to make sure that we're listing our accomplishments, that we're looking back at the week that was. Did I do everything I was supposed to during that week? So make sure you're tracking and measuring and win every day. Now, I know a lot of you have lenders that you work with. I'm no different. I have a lender, Richie Sorensen. He is fantastic. And if you reach out to Richie, there's his QR code. You can reach out to him. He did my son's loan. He did my daughter's loan. He does an amazing job when it comes to lending. So I encourage you to reach out to him. Take a screenshot of this, reach out to Richie. He can help you with your marketing. He can help you with rates and market updates and everything. So he's fantastic. So that's my quick shameless plug for my lender. I want to make sure that he gets that plug, because I'm telling you, if you have a terrible lender, you'll know what I'm talking about. Get a good lender and at least get a backup. So with that said, if you want more listings, I encourage you to book a 30-minute strategy session. I'm all about helping agents grow. And I really want to make sure that you know I'm here for you. So with that said, thanks for listening to me. I just want to do a couple things of housekeeping. I heard this quote literally the first day when I started in 1986 in the real estate game. Give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Think about that. That's huge. Now, if you are getting leads sent to you, that's great. But what are you doing to go get the business? We teach you how to get the business, and your game is changed. So with that said, I want to bring up our special guest, Chris Collins. Our topic today is take more listings by using funnels and video. Chris, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hey, how you doing, Robert? Great to be here, man. Appreciate it.
I'm super good. I'm a little jealous. I'm looking at a nice background there. I know you're in Arizona, but that looks like
That's not my background.
And I tell you what, I'm a little jealous. My wife and I have been traveling the country, as I mentioned. We're currently in Richmond, Kentucky, at our daughter's new home, helping her get settled in. And we head back to California. We'll more than likely take the long way, take about a month to get back. And but I'm super excited to have you on. So how are things in Arizona? What's going on?
Hello.
Hey. Hello.
So go ahead. Let's Chris, go ahead, man. What do you got?
All right. So hey, yeah, no, we're doing good here in Arizona. It's quite frankly, the market is slowing down here. We've just got a report from Rob Report. They expect a 20% drop in prices in Arizona. Out of the 12 major cities, San Diego is actually one going up by 20% in the next 18 months, and Arizona is going down by 20% in 18 months, according to Rob Report. So we'll see if that actually pans out, actually works. So Arizona's a little soft right now. We've got a lot of listings. We have more listings on the market right now than we've had in the last, I think it's 5 or 6 years. I don't know, but we've got a lot of listings. So. It's one of those. Those markets where you need to know how to attract sellers, how to attract buyers to come in. So we're starting about ready to turn into a buyer's market here, and so how do we attract buyers? How do we get buyers to actually work with us? That's a difficult thing now since that lawsuit, right?
Yeah.
And so what do we do in order to do that? And my approach has been for a while now, and I teach other people how to do this as well, is getting people to know, like, and trust you before they ever meet you. And so it's really important that you use video, in my opinion. Robert, I love what you do. I know you don't need any of this, but personally, I like. I don't want to sit on the phone and make phone calls. It's just the way because I've got other things I do as well. So I kind of like to free my time up a little bit, I like to have a 24/7 salesperson, and that's what I do is use a what I call a VSL, video sales letter, right? So we put together and craft a very good sales letter, put it in video format, uh, get the video up and ready to go as part of your funnel, and then we drive traffic to that, right? And so now this sales letter can be for buyers, for sellers, of course. That's what we do as sellers. You talked about FSBOs. FSBOs have their hand raised, right? So what I do is I actually promote the sales letter to FSBOs and expireds. I get their information. I create Facebook campaigns based on, I get to create custom audiences, and then I market the video sales letter to them. It works really, really well. Works like I did do a live webinar, which was kind of interesting. A live webinar, people are like, okay, well, they have to sign up, and then they have to be at a specific place at a specific time. And that didn't, I mean, I got a few people, that's for sure. I would get a few people, and every one that I did get, it was a good response, but a lot of people didn't show up because they just wouldn't. It doesn't matter how many times you sit there and tell them, hey, we'll see you in 10 minutes, we'll see you in 5 minutes, we'll see you in 2 minutes. They still don't show up because people are busy, right? So that's why I transitioned over to just an on-demand live video sales letter, and it's working. It's working really well. I've got people now. I'll get people to watch the video and not schedule appointments, and then I make sure, and that's the beauty of funnels, and using automation and using video is because you continually follow up, and when you're following up with somebody, you need to educate them, right? And when you give them nuggets that they didn't know before. Like one of the things that I use is how you can sell your house for 14% more than traditional agents. Right. So, well, how do you do that? Well, if I can go do a step by step instruction on how you get the absolute most amount of money out of your house, is that going to be useful for a FSBO or an expired? The answer is yes. I mean, it just is. And so when you're constantly sending them education, constantly sending them videos, by the time you call them, because I do make phone calls, but by the time I call people, they already know me. And I get a lot of apologies actually when I call people. I get people. I'll call them. Hey, this is Chris. Collins here with EXP, and they'll, oh, Chris, I'm so sorry I haven't called you. I've been meaning to call you. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, no problem. It's really funny, it's how you let me ask, anybody here on the call ever get an apology from somebody that you made a phone call to?
I can tell you I have.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, probably. Oh, darn, I was planning on calling you. I'm really sorry. So it's that's something, that has been doing really well. And I teach people how to do that. We have a whole system on how to use funnels, how to do the video, how to put it all together, and get it going. So, and then on top of that, you know this, Robert, we've talked before. I do a lot of investing. So once you get your listing machine, your real estate machine going, I'm really big on investing in real estate. Not just doing sales, but actually investing. So I think it's just so important that we actually invest in the things that we're selling here. So I do have to do a little class to show you how to search. You talked about cash offers. We certainly have cash offers. Those are some of my best. I'm right now, my cash offers are converting at about 30 to 40%.
Wow. So 30, 40. Okay. So 30 to 40%. Now, are those basing it on 100 people you reached out to, 30 to 40 are actually taking the cash offer or getting you in the door?
30 to 40% are actually either turning into a listing or taking a cash offer. So my listing to cash offer ratio is about 95% listing to 5% actually take the cash offer. Maybe a little bit higher in cash offer. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I just wholesaled a deal. Um, it closed yesterday actually. Yeah, and I made a quick 8 grand. It took less than a week. I actually tried to go in and do the 2 week listing for her. She said no, anything can go wrong with inspection period or whatever. I don't want any of that hassle. I need to move on. She wound up moving to Texas. I just need to move on. I just need my cash offer. So in that case, I mean, it is in her best interest to get less money for the house, right? And so that's what we did. I got the highest offer I could possibly get for her. Took me about 4 or 5 days to secure another buyer, and I just wholesaled the paper over to him, made a quick 8 grand. So you know, it's those are the things that funnels can do for you when you get people that know you, like you, trust you before you ever meet them.
And that's what the
Yeah.
video goes for. I mean, that's what it's all about, is getting that top of mind marketing. Sure, you can go after FSBOs and expireds and pre-foreclosures by reaching out to them, whether it be a phone call, whether it be a text message, whether it be an email, whether it be smoke signals. But when you're sending out video, that's just taking it to the next level. And it can be a video specifically for that person. Hi, Chris, Robert Weichelt here. I want to send you a quick video. Or you can do it more on demand, like you mentioned, where it's a generic message, but it's specifically targeted to that specific, whether it be a FSBO expired pre-foreclosure. It could be the senior market. I know we're real bullish on working with attorneys, working with, like we talked about this week on our team call, working with builders. There's a lot of folks that are buying new builds that need to sell their home to buy that home. So it's that's a great marketing tool there as well. So now you mentioned 5% of the folks you talk to end up going with a traditional listing, which obviously makes sense. I've never, except for maybe
95%.
yeah, 95% actually don't go with the list cash offer. They do.
Don't go with the cash offer.
That's what I
95%
thought.
of cash offer. Most of them are not really qualified for a cash offer. They have nice homes and they want top dollar for their house.
Yeah, yeah. Like most sellers,
Um,
to my point, most sellers, at least very little sellers, will tell you, you know what, Chris, give me the least amount of money for my home. I'd appreciate it. But you do run across somebody, whether it be somebody like in this seller situation where she needs to get it sold, needs it sold now, doesn't have even 14 days. She needs a contract and it to be done quickly. Now, there are a number, in your case, 5% of the people that are out there that need that. But there's a lot of cash offer people that at least they think they need a cash offer until they see that cash offer. So if you don't have a cash offer solution, at least something you could present to the seller that thinks they want a cash offer, you are basically out of the conversation. So cash offers in most cases keep you in the conversation so you can list that home traditionally, or in our case, we could use our online offers platform, which is superior to any other listing platform out there. And my numbers are showing 11% will take the cash offers because I do a lot of pre-foreclosure folks, because I'm helping them. I don't come in with, I want to list your home. I come in with, I want to help you save your home, because just about every seller that I've talked to wants to keep their home, even if that's not a possibility. So we run through all those channels, whether it be helping them with a loan mod or at least direct them. I don't do the loan mods. I don't give legal advice, but I give guidance on next steps. And it's usually call your lender and find out what your options are. If it doesn't work, then we transfer them to either a cash offer if we want to stave off that foreclosure, or we introduce them to the 14-day platform. So I think it's great that you're tracking and measuring your numbers, because if you're not, you wouldn't be able to have that conversation, at least tracking what's going on. But having a cash offer is certainly good. Now, in terms of video, give us a little idea of some of the videos you're doing. Like, walk us through. I'm going to go into the studio. I'm going to get some video work done. Walk us through your daily prep in terms of, this is what I'm going to do. This is the platform I'm using. This is the systems I'm using. Some messaging. Walk us through a day in Chris Collins' life when you're putting a video together.
And that's the thing is like, I know a lot of people, a lot of agents get scared of video. Oh, I don't want to do it. I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I sound. And I guarantee you that is me 100%. When I first started doing it, I absolutely hated looking at myself on video. I just hated it. And I think that's true for most people. Uh, but I don't do anything special. I will do everything on my phone. I don't have any special equipment. I did just buy and maybe you can see, I did just buy a soft light. Okay, great. I did that. And actually today I just ordered a mic. I thought, well, maybe I'll just order a mic. It was like $40. So hopefully my sound will come out a little bit better, but I don't do anything real special. What I do is I'll put things together. I do use a teleprompt app. Now there's a couple of them out there. There's one that goes right on your phone. It actually works really well. It's called Big View, BIGVU. Now that one goes, you go right on your phone. Now you can have that prompt on your phone, and you can be talking. And I just use these ears here, and then just Bluetooth to my phone. So I don't even have a professional mic or anything. You go outside and just talk, right? Talk. Put a little script together for yourself, so you don't get tongue tied. And what I do is I have a tendency to doing that, right? So put a little script together for yourself. You go outside, walk around in a green pasture or something while you're talking to your future client. And if you could talk about anything, we do have scripts and stuff that we use. We want to talk about our 14-day listing. If we want to talk about cash offers, if we want to talk about buyers and how we can help buyers pay their house off in 10 years or less, or how we can show them houses that are not even on the market. These are just all these different videos that you put together. You can it's real simple. You just boom, I do have a stabilizer that I use on my phone. I think that's important to have a stabilizer. So while you're walking there, you're just reading the script, and nobody can tell that you're actually reading the script. And then you go through. I use Descript. So pop it into Descript. I can take out all the ums and ahs and pauses and everything. It does it real simple, real easy way to edit that video, and then pop it pop it on. Now, one of the things that we do is we make sure that we build out a really good YouTube channel. And once you build out that YouTube channel and you start putting videos on that channel, now you're going to, every time you have somebody in your database, you're going to be sending them to your list. You're going to create a list. So you're going to have a listing, a 14-day or cash offer YouTube video list. You'll have a 14-day YouTube video list. You'll have a how to sell your house for 14% more than traditional agents YouTube list, right? And so every time you do a video, you're going to send that out to your database, and they're going to see that, and they're going to click on that, and then they're actually going to go through, and then you'd be surprised how many people will sit there and watch all of your videos. They'll just watch your videos, and once they get through with 5, 6, 10 videos that you've created, they already know you. They like what you're saying, and they're likely to either reach out or apologize when you do reach out to them for not reaching out. So yeah, that's the.
I find that very cool. You've got you're basically buying space in their head, and they're literally apologizing because they haven't had a chance to get back to you because they felt your content was awesome. So I love the 14% more than traditional agents are getting, which is awesome, and that goes to the online offers platform is where we're driving that price to its absolute highest point it'll get. You mentioned a couple tools. You mentioned Big View, but that's the one where you have the script on your phone, so you can read the script. So you're not like looking over here and reading. It's actually on your screen. What was the other one? What the other program you were talking about?
Another program? I don't.
No, the other one you talked about after Big View.
After Big View, I did say that a stabilizer. So you need a nice phone stabilizer.
Yeah, so if you're doing video, get a stabilizer. What are you doing to edit your video?
And then to edit, it's called Descript, DE script.
Yep.
DE script, Descript.
Yep.
Now that's it's like $30. I think it's like $30 a month for Descript. But you pop your video in there, you upload a video to that, and it will it's very simple. It will take out all your spaces, your ums and ahs. You can then put your captions on there. Make it really, obviously every video that you make, you want captions on it. So you put captions on there. You can do all that, and then boom, it automatically uploads right to your YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's a huge thing, because most of us, obviously getting a script together, keeping it short, keeping it sweet, reading it, understanding it, internalizing that script, and then pop it onto Big View so you can go through it and then go through Descript, take out your ums and ahs, because we all have ums and ahs, because we're not professional actors, we're not on camera every single day, so it takes time. It takes time to get that momentum going. I would start off with, when you get a new listing or a new listing pops up in your neighborhood, go outside of that home, pull it on selfie view and say, listen, this is Robert. I'm outside of 123 Main Street, a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath. You want more information about it? Give me a call. As simple as that, getting out to your buyer database, practice with that and do video as much as you can, because that really is where it's at. What other tools are you using in terms of getting it out there? You got your YouTube channel. What other places are you placing your videos?
Well, we're putting all of our ads on Facebook right now. That's the main magnet that we're using to get the leads to come in. We're using a CRM called Go High Level, which maybe most people have heard of. And now the nice thing about the Go High Level CRM is you can build your funnel out inside the Go High Level. You can put your actually host your video there. You can see who you can set up times on your calendar. It automatically, you can do so many things with Go High Level. It's kind of, there's definitely a learning curve there if you want to learn it, or if you don't want to learn it, it's really easy to hire somebody else just to do it for you. 20, 40, 50 bucks at Fiverr, right? You can find people to do it for you. It's real simple. But once you do that, and once you build that funnel, it's one and done, right? And isn't that what so we're going to spend 20 hours, let's just say 20 hours, to put together a killer video sales letter and a funnel and a calendar and the invites and all of the other videos that you're going to use to drive that traffic to that video sales letter. And then you're going to put those, and we can use then we're going to put those on Facebook, and we're going to run them for, say, $20 a day. And once you start running those, you're going to get more and more traffic coming in. And when that traffic starts coming in, then you're going to be using your YouTube videos that you just created. So I suggest, first start by creating 12 videos. All right, 12 good videos. Put your YouTube channel together properly. Okay, so if you can reach out to me, I can kind of give you a little guidance on that as well. Put your YouTube channel together. Create a list, do 12 videos, get your video sales letter crafted and put together, do your other videos. I always suggest doing like 5 separate videos that are all going to drive the different types of traffic to your video sales letter. All right, so we're going to do that. So 5 different videos that are going to go up on Facebook. So let's say $5 a day per video. So that's $25 a day you're going to use to drive traffic to your video sales letter. Now, once you do that, you're going to start sending them automatically through your Go High Level CRM, through my Go High Level, through your CRM. You'll automatically start sending them emails and with links to your YouTube videos, and they're going to start knowing you, liking you, trusting you, and then you'll reach out to them. Then you'll be able to reach out with confidence, knowing, and they'll know who you are.
I love it. I love it. Now you mentioned 12 videos. Now, do you have any specific topics? Are you targeting just sellers, just buyers and sellers? Walk us through your 12 topics that you like. What do you like to talk about? What are you finding that's popular?
Let's go with a niche right now that's doing really well, and that would be new home construction, right? So if you're in a market that has new home construction, has builders, that's doing really well. It's doing really well in Arizona, and the reason is why? Because the incentives to buy a new home are really good right now. You can still get into a house right now for like 3.9% on a new home construction. So they have really good incentives right now So that niche is doing well. So go to 3 or 4 different builders. Let's say 4 different builders, and you're going to walk through their model homes, and that's going to be one video per house. So let 3 different builders, 4 houses, or 4 model homes, or 4 builders and 3 model homes each. You're going to walk through, show what's available, talk a little bit about the incentives available. There's your 12 videos. Very simple. And now you can start your new home construction funnel, right? Now you don't want to tell people exactly where to go and who to talk to, because then they'll bypass you. So we have a good understanding and way that we get those people, and you're going to be able to make sure that they use you before they talk to you before they go to that builder. And one of the ways that we do that is to make sure that we talk to the builders and have them give us an incentive. We can have them do that, or we can offer different incentives and reasons for them to go. And then that's part of where your education comes in too. You're going to give buyer education courses on how you can pay. Well, some of the topics are how you can get your house paid off in 10 years or less without any extra money out of pocket. How you can, don't buy before you have an inspection, even a brand new home. Just certain topics like that, and then you're going to educate your buyers, and they're going to come to you before they run out most of the time.
I love it. And here's the thing that most people I think are thinking is you don't have to have a recording studio. You can literally just have your phone and go stand in front of that builder development, for example, of the new home development, stand in front of it, do a quick video of yourself, get the engagement with the call to action, and then reach out to those leads quickly. That's the key, speed to lead. So that's great. So new home construction, great place. Getting buyer education type of messages out there. What are you sending to are you sending anything to the FSBO and the expired market directly to them? Talk about that.
Okay, so with the FSBO and the expired market, I'm simply getting a custom audience in Facebook, and putting them in there, and then directing my videos to them, helping them come to my my VSL. My VSL is really, really simple. I do it on Zoom. I record it on Zoom. I just do a presentation, and it's pretty close to the same one that you do, Robert. I mean, it's a nice little presentation, and that's pretty much it. I just talk about 2 different things: how I can get somebody 14% more money for their house than traditional agents, and the second thing I talk about is how we can get it done in 14 days or less. So there's 2 different things on my video, and then also I give them information that a FSBO would want. Hey, if you don't want to sell by realtor, and you hate realtors, and you don't want to pay the commission, I get it. All right, let me just show you how you can get more money for your house on your own. All right, and then I'll go into telling them exactly how to get more money on their own. Make sure it's presented properly. Make sure the promotion is properly, and then just go through all the different ways that we get the most money out of houses.
Amen. Like I said, I've never met a seller that wanted the least amount of money for their home. So in wrapping this up, man, we certainly appreciate your time, Chris, and I appreciate you. You're one of our coaches, and the reason why I keep bringing that up is because our team is a little bit more unique than most teams out there. We have 25 plus coaches, from whether it be ClickFunnels and video, or taking more listings, or working with FSBOs, working with buyers, you name it. We've got just about a coach for every single thing in the real estate game. So thank you for your time today. What's the closing message that you'd like to say to an agent that's tuning into this, whether it be on our YouTube channel or our Spotify podcast? What would you like to say to them so they can start taking action today in video?
And that's the thing is don't be afraid. Simple as that. And don't think that you have to have all the best equipment, and you have to have the perfect script and the perfect lighting and the perfect sound, and everything has to be. It doesn't work that way. And actually, you'll get more views by not being perfect. People like real. And so just get started and just do it. Just go out and shoot some videos of some model homes, or like you said, brand new listings or whatever in whatever niche that you want to concentrate on. Just go out and start shooting some videos, and then learn how to get them up and put them on Facebook. If you want to do some advertising, if you want free, send it out to your database. There's a lot of gold in your database. So start sending it to your database, right?
If you don't send it to your database, somebody else certainly will. So thank you, Chris. I appreciate that, man. That was good stuff. I've got a whole bunch of notes here that I'm sitting here taking notes just like everybody else should. But I tell you, man, you've talked about some great things. So I really want to thank you for doing that. This is great. So anything else you'd like to say before we go to our Q&A session?
No, I'm happy to be here. I'm so grateful for you and what you do, Robert, and you've helped me out in my career and a few different times, and so I appreciate you as well. So, and I can't wait to just get on the road like you.
Well, I tell you what, it's we're having a good time. We are certainly getting to see a lot of things. We've hit, I don't know how many states we've hit. My bride can probably correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we hit probably 10, 12, maybe more states. We've covered up the whole left side of the United States, and we're working on the right side of the United States. So that's it's going to be fun. So any questions for Chris before we let him get back to shooting more videos? And you can go ahead and unmute yourself if you'd like to ask Chris a question.
We did have somebody want to know if you could send the recording of this.
Yes, this is being recorded, as I mentioned a few times. To be recorded and put on our YouTube channel as well as our Spotify More Listings Mastermind podcast. So we'll certainly get that out to everybody. Excellent. Well, you know what, Chris, this was fantastic, man. I certainly appreciate your time. And for those of you sticking around for the accountability session, hang tight. I'm going to stop recording here in a second. But I want to really, really thank Chris Collins for spending the time with us, walking us through some really good nuggets. Like I said, I've got four pages of notes here that I'm certainly going to dive into because I'm a big fan of video, but you can always learn something new. So, Chris, thank you so much for your time. And I reach out to, I encourage each of you on this call, each of you listening to this, don't just survive in real estate, thrive. Book a 30-minute strategy session with me. Let's take a look under the hood. And if there's anything you need, you make sure you reach out. You call, text, or email. I'm here to help. So with that said, this is Robert Weichelt with the More Listings Mastermind. I'm grateful that you tuned in. Thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure you tune in each week, every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. You can go to the Zoom link, morenowlistings.com. Thanks for tuning in.